Guys, how are you all doing? Hope you are good and fine. Welcome back to my channel. And for those of you who are watching my video for the first time, hi, my name is Karis Ahove. Welcome to my channel. Please do not just watch this video, please subscribe. It will mean a lot to me. If you would subscribe, it will also help the YouTube algorithm to push out my content, and also share with your family and friends. And please put on my post notification bell so you'll be the first to know once I upload a new video. As you can see by today's title, I will be giving you guys a summary of the book that I read in my last video. If you have not watched it, I'm going to leave a link down below where I talked about my observation and life lessons for 2020. And in that video, I made mention of me incorporating reading books to help me level up. I'm not going to give much details about it. If you want to know more about it, I'll leave a link there. As I've said, go watch that video. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Also, before I go further, I also want to say that I am not a motivational speaker. I am just on this journey trying to level up, try to better myself. And on this platform, we help each other grow. If there's any book you have read, probably last year, this year, you can also feel free to also please share. That way we are also helping ourselves in our community to help develop ourselves, as I've said. So feel free to also put that. And please leave your comments down below. Please, let's make this as interactive as possible. Thank you very, very much. So the book I will be giving you a summary of is called Productive Thinking. This book is very, very interesting. See, these are the kind of books I really like, small but very, very informative. It is very, very impactful. Yes, that's the word. It is very, very impactful. As I was going through the book at first, the way the author mentioned Bishop David Oyedepo's name, and my mind, I was like, are you not the author of the book? Later I got to find out that it was actually one of the sons that wrote this book, and I'm like, wow, like this book is really, really, really very interesting. From the beginning to the end of it, it is very, very interesting. Like the book has your eye glued on it, and the beauty about it is that everything he talked about can also let me take that again, sorry. Every word, everything that he talked about, we can actually find our roots back to the Bible. So it is, there is assurance in this book, as long as you are willing to also play your part, and everything will work together for our good. So this book is it's 5 chapters. Yes, I would definitely recommend that you also get this book. I am not being paid whatsoever to do this book. As I've said, this is a journey that I started, and I would also want to carry you guys along as well. And I would say that this is something I would implement in my channel, revealing books that I have read. So I hope this kind of content will interest you. If you're interested, please give this video a thumbs up and say yes. Or like, a blinded mind are worse than a blinded eye. So refuse to be blinded in your mind. And this is so true. You can be physically blinded, but in your mind, it is open to a lot of possibilities. So when I saw this word, I'm like, that's so very true, because I have seen good artists that don't have their side, but when they draw, when they draw, it's more like they actually sing. That is because they have learned to use their mind as visual to actually put down those drawings, and which is very, 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 very beautiful. And there is something I also picked, which is also very, very important. It says at new birth, your mind is to be renewed and not to be removed. That is a very, very key word. It's a very strong word for for believers that feels that, oh, just because you are now born again, everything about you should be plain, and should I use the word ugly? But it's not like that. Our God is a God of beauty. when he created the world, he saw that the world was plain, it was ugly, it was not nice, and all he had to do was just speak the words, and everything was taking his shape. And the way the Bible actually talked about the Garden of Eden, that definitely it was beautiful. So yes, let our minds be open to to beauty, to accept the beauty, the thoughts, the just be open to change. That is what I'm trying to say. Be open to change. Do not limit yourself that, oh, because I cannot do this, or because I cannot do that, or because I am Christ-like, I cannot. No, it's definitely not that way. See, our God is a God of reason, because even in his word he said, come together and let us reason together. So please do not limit yourself. Jot down what I took from the book is, in a system the contribution of thinkers is superior to that of laborers, which is very, very, very true. In a system the contribution of thinkers are more superior than of laborers. That is why you notice that the people that are actually making it, that are billionaires, millionaires in those world, are not the people that are doing the work. They are the people that think, that open their mind to a lot of possibility. While I was preparing for this video, I was thinking about it, that see, whatever it is in this life that you want to do, somebody else has done it. The difference is just that you just have to find a way to be innovative about whatever you are bringing in. And even if whatever it is that you want to do, it has not been done, by the time you keep procrastinating, see, that idea will definitely go to somebody else who will do it far more better than what you had in mind. That the first thing you need to do is what? Work with your mind. You need to put your mind to work first before your hands become very productive in it. If you don't put your mind to work and you just start, oh, let me do this, I do this, see, it will not really come out well. So the first thing that we need to do is work with our mind. We need to put our mind to work. At night before you sleep, or probably in your alone time, I would like for you to actually challenge yourself. Open your mind to, this life will say that our minds are our dream world. So the question is, how wide, how broad can you go? What the Bible says is that as far as your eye can see, that is what I will give unto you. He was telling this to Abraham. He said, open your eyes to the east, west, north, and south, as far as your eyes can see. So how far can you take your mind? How broad can you think, to bring out something beautiful? It's a question I'm asking you. I love your comment at every challenge in the face and tell you that I can overcome it. So a quick story about me. Way before now, I had this issue that I was always easy to quit. I was always easy to quit. When I put my mind into something, if the thing is not coming out the way I want it, especially like life goals, if it's not coming out the way I want it, I end up quitting. And it was a big issue. And I found out that at the end of the day, I had goals that I had set for myself, and when I flip through it at every year, I found out that I end up doing nothing. Like it was like a total waste of time for me. And I was always like, so what is now the point writing my New Year resolution if I was always quitting? So I was like, okay, fine. You need to stay put. No matter what it is. Give it your best. Keep pushing. Consistency is key. So consistency is key. It's fine. Whatever it takes, I'm going to put in my best in doing it. So before now, I was also procrastinating about me starting a YouTube channel. I was wondering, what will I say? What exactly will my channel be all about? Definitely, I know that yes, YouTube, you need to find your niche. You need to find your niche. But the more I kept waiting, as if I was just wasting my time. I was just saying, oh, I was going to start a YouTube. I was saying it, I was manifesting it, but I didn't really put action into it. With time was going, and last year it just dawned on me, and I was talking to myself. I was like, what exactly am I waiting for? Start. No matter how, just start. Ideas will come. Just start. So I had to take that bold step to start, I'm like, see, whatever the challenge will be, I will definitely overcome. I know in my previous videos, even now, I know you will still hear noise and all, then I had so many things to like, oh, this is the reason why I could not just start this YouTube. It was a challenge that I wasn't ready to face. 2020 was like, see, time waits for nobody. Time waits for nobody. So the more we keep, working around this thing, time will just go. And at the end of the day, probably when you are much more older, you'll know if I had known, See, this time around, there's no time for regret. You either you go for what you want to go for. Face it anyhow. Yes, your starting point is your learning ground. Brain work. Definitely it will sweat. It will also rebel at the same time. But when you make it work, it will definitely develop and you become a wonder to the people around you. I don't need to add anything to it. That I just said it all. So the next one is how mentally mature you are determine what is committed into your hand. It is very, very, very true. Your level of maturity determines what is committed into your hands. It's just like a son going to his dad. Your son is 5 years old and he's telling you, Dad, I want to learn how to drive. Give me the car keys, I want to drive your car. Won't you look at your child like, what are you talking about? Like, you can't even drive it. Number one, you are very small, your legs cannot touch the brake, all of those things. So it's also like that with God. I feel like at times when we ask God for something and he doesn't give those things to us, we feel like, oh, God is deaf to us, he does not, you understand, we get angry about it. But the thing is, it is not actually like that. God sees that this thing you're actually asking for, you are not ready for it. You don't have the capacity to handle, such things. So when it comes, if he even give it to you, you find out that at the end of the day, you just end up, wasting that money or wasting whatever it is. Or once that opportunity comes, you may not be patient, or we may not be able to handle it. That's the word. We may not be able to handle some certain things. So when we ask God for some certain things and it doesn't come, just have it at the back of your mind. Is either the thing is coming, you have to be patient, or you are not just mature enough to handle those things. So the next one is thinking is your covenant highway to self-realization, because your best is reserved in your innermost being and it takes deep thinking to draw them out. Very, very, very true. Thinking is your covenant highway to self-realization. So if anybody tells you that, oh, now that you are now, a child of God, your thinking mentality should be low, you don't think too much, you don't need to attain a lot of things, see, that is a big lie. That is a big lie. Because I said thinking is the covenant highway to self-realization. That is when you know the things that you are capable of doing. GSM started, somebody actually thought about it. Somebody thought about it that yes, it is possible, for me to be in Greece and for me to be in South Africa and still know what is going on in South Africa, still know what is going on in Europe, in London, in America, just by me doing what? Sitting down in my house and having a device where I can see it all. So the next thing is thoughts are the agents of change. Your thoughts determines your lot in life, as the depth of your man's thoughts determines the value of your destiny. Let me take. So the clear command of scripture is to think. Philippians 4:8 talks about this, so you can read this in your own time. The quality of your thoughts determines the outcome of your life. So the next one is creation has ended, but discoveries are endless. Creation has ended, but discoveries are, discover, and discover and advance what has been created, if that makes sense. You see, most times curious people are the ones that find solutions to the predicament of their society. So are you curious minded? That's a question for you to answer. The next one is, how do you put your mind to work? The first one is think deep, make requirements, be curious, and reason. Those 4 things will get you going. As I've said, I'm going to mention it again. Think deep, make inquiries, be curious, and reason. What my mind is, please do not have this religious mindset that thinking is carnal. Thinking is definitely is not carnal. Put your mind to effective use and reason your way to your throne now, because God thinks, is a thinker. How do you think this whole of this beautiful world that we are in came to existence if you didn't think about it? So please, thinking is not carnal. Let's delete that mindset off. Wisdom comes from the covenant exercise of the mind. So please do not let anybody limit you that you cannot attain this, or you cannot have this, or this is not possible. Wisdom comes from the covenant exercise of the mind. So please start to put your mind to work. Determine your lot, determines your height in life. So my dear friends, I encourage you guys to please read. The book is Every Thought Requires a While to Form and Develop an Idea. As I've made mention, it was something I was struggling. Yes, I'm looking at my books. As I've said, it is a summary of what I read. So I'm allowed to look at my notes to, say it the way the writer did say it. As I've said, you can get this book for more light, more in-depth, more understanding of, productive thinking, how to put your mind to work. So guys, I have come to the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know the video, it's all over the whole playlist, but I hope you also took something from it and also help yourself develop. And in 2021, let's be popping wine, champagne, and like, oh, cheers, 2021 was good. So we'll have a lot of testimonies to share. I am excited and I'm waiting for your testimonies and towards the end of 2021. So guys, thank you all so much for watching today's video. Please do not forget to subscribe if you have not subscribed. Share this video, put on my post notification bell so you'll be the first to know once I upload a new video. Stay safe guys till I come your way. God bless you and have a very lovely day. And before I go, if you have not given your life to Christ, please do so. It is a very, very important thing. To access all of this, you need to what? Give your life to Christ. That is the only way you can enjoy and benefit from all that He has in store for you. So guys, have a lovely day. Bye.